company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. And what we're talking about here is that we are bringing an advanced version of the Digital One Crystal Screen Paint to market. So this is going to be a screen paint that is going to do all the tests that should be done by great screen paint products. A lot of their tests are missing. A great deal of the tests are missing. And you'll get a chance to watch the demonstrations being done on the new product versus the demonstrations you will never see them do at the end of the day. And this is making them nervous. And I knew that it was only a matter of time before we started getting a fluctuation and a large amount of angry emails showing that, yes, it's ruffling the feathers. So, what they have to be scared about? Well, this is a product, and if they know us by now, and they should, that we do tests on everything. So it's going to do a lot of testing that you will not see their products do. And that means they're going to have to roll up their sleeves and they're actually going to have to work. And this bothers them because they're not used to working. They're used to taking shortcuts and cutting corners and all that other stuff. So anytime you see me bring out a product and I show you the high amount of complaints on the other end, it just shows you how terrifying they're getting. Now the price is the real hard part for them because they know they've been overcharging for that screen paint, and that screen paint was out 9 years ago. The technology we're developing is going to be different from what we were offering for free, and then on top of that, we're going to be going against the products that they will not go against. I mean, they've done it. We know they match Bear, we know they match Network Race 773, so we know they match all that. So pretty much it's a cakewalk from there. We just have to basically just beat those products, which shouldn't be a problem at all. Show a difference, a huge, massive difference, not a slight hue or discolor it, none of that. No, I'm talking about actual change and no sitting on top of the camera screen. If you have to sit, again, that close to a screen to show the difference, then there's no difference at all because no one's going to be able to see that at 13 feet back in a dark environment with motion running across the screen. So they're nervous, and of course we all know where it came from, of course, because you know why? The first message that popped up and said this is not Crow. Yeah, it is you. Because usually the person who makes a statement that it's not that person is usually it is that person. So again, here's the thing, buddy, you should have did a better job making screen paint. I told you from the door when I first started off, we had a black technology. We've already done the gray screen paints already. I told you I didn't have an interest in that field at all whatsoever. But you kept running your mouth. You kept doing fake demonstrations on your products. You kept acting like your product actually works at the end of the day just to have it come down to match a shelf paint at the end of the day. You cheat and steal from your customers. You do fake demonstrations. Your environments are not real. You depend on high-end projectors. You can't even complete any of the simple challenges that literally the challenge we gave you is something we do every day. Turning on my projector to a 150-inch screen is something I do every day. And that's a challenge we gave you that you couldn't even complete. You lie so much in your demonstrations, it's not even funny. And the sad thing about it is no one's there to show people how it should be done. So that's what we're doing. We're going to show you how gray screen paint should be tested and what you should be getting at the end of the day, instead of someone lying to you because they're sitting in a dark environment saying, look, I'm picking up a contrast level. No, buddy, you're not picking up a contrast level until you stick that thing into a fully lit environment, and then you hit that thing and see if you can pick up a black level after that, in color and all that other good stuff. So you can compare our tests. We'll post some so you can see all the tests to his test that he hasn't even done yet. So is he nervous? Oh, heck yeah, he's very nervous. So, here we go. I'm not going to read that stuff. We're going to read through his mail and all, period. We just basically just delete it all. But here it is, 23. And the first message that pops up that says, this is not Crow. Buddy, you're so freaking obvious, it's not even funny how obvious you are. The first minute we mentioned making a gray screen paint product, you're the first one that basically chimes in. It's so easy. It's just like when I sat there and we posted where we got the address from. Look, that fast he typed in. See, I told you it's Crow. See how fast he typed in that quick saying I suck? This was the first email. He just popped in. Now we're at 24. So face it, you're done. You're finished. You've already exposed yourself again come in and say it's not Crow, try to act like you're a totally different person. We've seen that already before. It's on one of your receipts where you come in and say Crow says you're banned. That's you, because when you write, you have a habit of putting capitals in the middle of your sentences. So that's you. We know it's you at the end of the day. That's pretty sad, Jamie. You're going to pose as a different person. I do believe you may have multiple personality complex disorder. I think you do. You know, you're posing as another person. So Jamie is threatened by the new product, as you can see. He knows he can't pass any of the tests because he never tested this product. And the sad thing about that, if you've been talking all this nonsense about your product being this, that, and the other, and you never really ran any real tests, if you happen to fail, try to rerun the test, try to do the same thing we're doing, and you happen to fail any of those tests, that's basically going to be bad news for your product. I mean, it's already got bad news already as it is. I don't know how much more damage you can take. I mean, the fact that, again, and I can't express this enough, it feels like beating a dead horse to death, I tell you. But we have to say it. You got caught removing a video off your account that you used to back the claim that your product doesn't match network grade 773. That's the part you're not getting. You got caught doing it. And then your product matched. And then again, the cancellations. We have lots of cancellations on your products over here. Even committing fraud just to keep your product from coming down here. Even doing fake reviews on our products and showing no receipts. And then you just keep doing this to yourself. We just came in here and saw the first email that popped up that you had that says, look, here he is again. That's how you know. Every time we talk about him, he keeps putting in more. You're outing yourself. Look, 25. You're outing yourself. You outed yourself just now. If anybody had any doubt that those weren't your emails that were coming in at 30 and 40 and 50 at a time, you have now cleared that up. Look. Told you. That's Jamie. You've just now cleared up that doubt. So he's done. No one's buying his products. And then now there's a new product coming out, and it's going to show much more promise. It's going to be better for his customers. And if my customers decide they want to buy it, they can knock it out and get it with no problem whatsoever. It's $38. Not going to cost you a lot of money at the end of the day. It's going to be better than his stuff. And you're going to get a chance to see all the tests that you should be seeing on gray screen paint products, how it should be done, how we did it 9 years ago. Of course, they're a little more advanced than 9 years ago than what we're doing right now. So it just shows you, yeah, he's very, very nervous. You got any more messages you want to send across, since we're all now watching this in live of you basically coming in and carrying on and acting up? And at the end of the day, you're supposed to be a professional. This is what you're supposed to be a professional at the end of the day. So now we can confirm that all those messages, even the ones with the mark of the beast of 666, it's all you. And you're doing business with a church and you're typing in 666 into emails? Okay, people. Well, those of you who support this nonsense, this is what you have been supporting all this time. Yes, you have. And right now, he is extremely nervous. He can't go back and do any of the tests we're doing, because if he fails any of them, that's not going to look good for him. Because this product is supposed to be already tested. If you're taking money from people, your product should be already tested. That's like Goodyear, one of those companies going back and like, hold on, we're going to do these tests. But wait a minute, this product is already in production. People are already buying it. You mean to tell me you didn't do your test? You're not. See, that's what you're doing to yourself. So you can't do that either. So just face it, you're done. Your product is an obsolete product. It's done. You destroyed it yourself anyway. You did all that yourself anyway. Because again, you were bold enough. You went and got the receipts. For those you don't know, Jamie failed miserably on the network grade 773. We did this demonstration 6 months to a year ago. And I sat there when I popped the top. The first thing I said, this is not going to go well. You can go to the blacklist, you can check it out. It's not going to go well. Because I can tell by the tone, it was going to match this product with no problem. So later on, his customers squeezed him, and basically, I guess they pressured him, and he did the demonstration. But the problem was that the demonstration, like I said, he was nervous on camera, really nervous, knocking things over, and Oh man, it was a mess. It was the most craziest demonstration I've ever seen. Just knocking things over, knocking the camera over, coming up with all these crazy excuses about this, that, and the other, and painting the apartment. Just weird stuff at the end of the day. So he gets up there, gets on camera, and he goes into this detail about how his product is not matching the network gray, and how we're wrong and all this other nonsense, just to come in and get caught removing the video off his account, which we have him marking the video private. In a live stream, can't make it up. It's right there on the site. You can watch it yourself. If you want to know how to get to the blacklist, just go over to where it says more at the last end. You'll see blacklist pop up, and click on that, and you will see all the stuff that we have caught Jamie doing, including a slideshow of some of the cancer receipts with some really interesting and nasty comments on there. So he gets really he gets like this when he gets frustrated. We know him by now, what I mean, how he carries himself. But he's very intimidated by the Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. Very intimidated. He can't compete with it. He knows it already. He's already faced it, and he can't compete with the price. Now, if you want to sit there and say, well, black technology, no, black technology is not in the same category as that. I'm sorry, buddy. You can't even pass the test on that technology alone. So no, it's not the same. It's a great screen paint product. Again, it's been out 9 years ago. So if you look at the people that sell it on eBay, everybody has an amazing, reasonable price. He's the only one besides Goose Screen, and you're not Goose Screen status. I'm going to tell you that right now. So you're the only one that has a price that high on a product that physically matched the house paint. Nobody on there on eBay. I'm going to open up an eBay account. I'm going to sell on eBay too. Nobody else on eBay is matching house paint. You're the only one that matches the house paint. And you did the demonstration on camera. You yourself. So what happens is with these individuals, they will do some dumb stuff, get caught doing it, and then get mad because they're outed for doing something that you literally watched them do. Man, the black and white paint. That's a whole nother story right there. It's all a mess here. Here it is right here. That's our test results we did a year ago on Network Gray 773. And that's the video that's missing, that he removed off his account. And if he ever sits up there on camera and lies, which he does a lot, and says, hey, I never did that, well, we have you in a live stream removing the video and marking it private. Now, you know why he wanted to go mark the video private? Because we requested for him to load those videos onto his website so he can be honest with his customers, show the customers what they're actually getting. He doesn't want to do that because he knows he matched it. Now you're worrying about the digital one. Now you're all scared about the Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. You're worried about that. Yeah, your customers are probably over there talking about it. If you have any left, after you got done cheating the daylights out of them, you didn't test any of your products at all. Well, I'll show you. When we do ours, we'll show all test demonstrations. We won't be cutting corners like you at the end of the day. And we'll be upfront and honest. Sitting there matching house paint. Look at this. This is the video that went missing. Y'all can't seem to find him. Right on camera, painting it all in. Gone. Nowhere to be found. Because Jamie decided to remove it off his channel because he didn't want anybody to know about it. You gotta stop doing that stuff, man. That stuff is very dishonest. You're a dishonest individual, man. I couldn't care less about your sales at the end of the day, because you don't deserve to sell paint. You don't deserve to sell anything at the end of the day. Isn't this you right here on camera? This is the video we can't seem to find. It went missing. This is the one he was supposed to post to the site. Never posted it because he got rid of the video. Where is this video at? Where did this video go? So where did this one go to? He actually got rid of both of them. He got rid of both of the videos. He got rid of both of them. So you're mad at me because we decided to make a better screen paint than yours. We decided to give the customers what they should be getting at the end of the day, instead of those fake demonstrations that you like to do in these dark environments, and then putting light in a dark environment to make it seem like it's well lit. That is the most backward thing I ever heard in my entire life. You do know that we can see the window light pushing around your windows and going through your peephole. You know that, right? We can see that on camera. Just some of the stuff I've seen this guy do is just really crazy. And one of the demonstrations, he had a 4x8 piece of wood laying across the bottom half of his sofa. I guess it was laying up to the top of the sofa, and was saying he was working on something. Then you put that into the next room. But I can clearly see from the window where the light was coming in that if that piece of board wasn't there, it would have clipped the bottom of your screen. It would have washed it clean out. Just little stuff that you do. And all the while, when we finally got a chance, well, thank you to the customer who showed off the pictures of the inside of your apartment, what it really looks like at the end of the day when the lights are on, what your screen really looks like, it washes out. That right there had to be embarrassing. And then he turns around and has the nerve to write in the bottom of the comment section, this is traced it to Kenny's IP address. You don't think, do you? You never think. Let me explain something to you. And again, I hate bringing this up, but I'm explaining to you again. That wasn't a video in a video. That wasn't pictures in a picture. See how we're doing a video within a video right here? This was someone who was actually physically in your house who took those pictures. So in order for me to get those pictures, either I would make an exact duplicate of your apartment, which would have been exactly just stupid right there, or I would have had some way to get access to your apartment to get those pictures. And you didn't think about that when you was typing that in. See, that's how much the devil, at the end of the day, makes you look like an idiot. Why he's whispering in your ear like, just type this at the bottom and everybody's going to believe that this came from his IP address and this is his actual video. Yeah, if that's my actual video, I would have access to your house. If anybody were to come in here and record something, they would have to have access to my house in order to get that recording. So in order for me to get those pictures, I would have to be in your house to do it. Now, if that was a picture of a picture, that means I took that off a computer. I made that made a whole entire account. That you would be to see the difference. But no, those were actual pictures inside of your house. So no, you don't get a free pass on that one. You failed on that one. But yeah, I see you tried to make the attempt. I forgot, what was that movie called with Burt Reynolds, and he was fighting the assassin with the freaking, he had these piercing white eyes, and he was hanging off the balcony, and he told him, if you leap far enough, you may hit the pool. That's pretty much you. You may hit the pool, but chances are you missed the pool completely and just hit the freaking cement. But anyway, let's get back to this craziness. So yeah, Jamie's very, very nervous. Anytime we post any new products, he'll come in with a whole bunch of onslaught of insults. That's how we know he's very nervous. That's his poker face. Right? That's how you read his poker face. So by knowing already that there's a new product coming out, I'm pretty sure your customers are over there talking about it right now. They're chattering about your product, the product right there, how more affordable it is, and how you might not be able to pass any of the tests next to the products. And I don't think you're going to be able to. But you shouldn't have to run any tests to match our products if you ran tests on your products to begin with, right? The problem is you didn't run any tests at all. Oh, okay. That's the problem. So here, Jamie, let me get into this because I got things to do today. I got several videos to shoot. Got one to shoot twice, two to shoot on the ceiling for the website, and I got to go into the dedicated theater room, and I got to shoot one in this room and that one for the acoustic screen updates. But look, here's the receipt. So the Sherwin-Williams receipt right there. Yeah, that's you right there. What happened in this video? Where did it go? What happened to it? I bet you when we come back, we got more insults from him. Where's the video? Where did it go? There's your receipt from Sherwin-Williams, right? Now, think about this, people, for a minute. This man took the time, went to Sherwin-Williams, bought this paint, came back, did this demonstration, talked on camera about how we were complete liars at the end of the day, how we didn't know what we were talking about, and that his product in no way, any way whatsoever, matched a Network Grade 773. To come in later on and try to get rid of the video because it was requested for him to put it on the front page of his website for everybody to see. If he had stuck that video on the front page of the website, that means he has a better chance of burying it in his archives where no one's really going to see it than have it displayed every single day. Every time somebody comes in, if they see that comparison, you think they're going to buy his paint? They're going to buy the Network Grade 773. And that means if he has acknowledged that, that means he knows deep down in his heart his product matched the house paint. If not, he would have kept the video up there. Like if our videos don't match black paint, you go to our website, the videos are right there. And it's a picture slideshow. As a matter of fact, I got a couple more to do on that also too. Now it's a shame we have to say this over and over again because Jamie, it doesn't click for him. It doesn't. It just doesn't click. He's in this kind of denial stage where it just doesn't click. Isn't that you right there, buddy? That's you right there on camera, right? Where did that video go? Can you find that video for us and post this to you directly to your website so we can all see the demonstration? There you go. Okay. Now see, I don't have to come out here and get nasty with you and give you insults and make memes. You know, I just take your own stupidity and I show you what you do. That's it. This is you scamming your customers. This is a perfect video of Crow scamming his customers. Because again, as I said before, you took transactions for this product, right? And you made accusations that this product did something that you knew it didn't have the capability of doing to trick and undermine your customers to sell them something that wasn't really real at the end of the day. To come in and delete the very same video that you were trying to use as evidence to back your product. That does not look good. Now again, not bothered by the insults. For some reason, in Crow's mind, he feels that I'm upset with the stuff you're sending over. No, you're giving me information. That's what you're giving me. You're letting me know that this is bothering you. If you're arguing with somebody and their reaction is to snap and lose their temper, you got to them already. They already showed their true colors. I'm sitting there eating the ice pop, looking at your insults, and they don't bother me. Because again, it doesn't affect us. Why would I be bothered by it? It doesn't disrupt our sales. It doesn't do anything at all, period. It makes you look bad at the end of the day. Not me. This is not hurting me. It hurts you. Now, here's what I find interesting. We all know your environment's not that dark. Because that environment is dark. So you were faking your own environment as you were doing this demonstration. What is your apartment? We know what your apartment looks like because I looked at the blueprints on those apartments over there. They're very bright. There's a lot of light pushed through those apartments. How come your apartment always comes up so dark? And then you have the nerve to have lights in the environment that's already dark. Yeah, if you pull those shades all the way up, yeah, see your door is shut. But if you pull the shades all the way, usually they're open. Put them shades all the way up and move that green bookcase out of the way, and let some of that light push in there, and it would look exactly like it did when you first moved in. Oh, by the way, at the 38 Black Widow, yeah, they tracked that down to an Instagram account that you had my logos all over. And you have it here posted on your YouTube channel too also. Don't forget to have your attorney call me. All right? We're still waiting on that. That'll never happen. Okay? You guys have an attorney. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Now I said, you want to see these? Check it out on the blacklist. You want to have a look at it for yourself. That's the video went missing. Can't seem to find it. That's a heck of a close. That's a heck of a match. So let me get this straight. The customers that you posted on your page, right? These are the customers you posted on your page. These are customers you stole from, when you think about it. Because again, if you can't own up to this video and it's missing, that means you just went in and posted the people that you lied to and you stole from, including the church. You stole from a church, Crow. I'm pretty sure you didn't show them the demonstration we're looking at right now. I guarantee you, because if you want to post this to your website, I'm pretty sure you didn't show them this video. Did you show them this? No, you didn't. You lied to them, you took their money. Then again, the man basically sits up there and follows the devil and puts the mark of the beast on his to try to intimidate a Christian at the end of the day, which doesn't intimidate, it just outs you. Don't you know that God can see all the stuff that you do before you do it? That he's going to expose you for what you are? So the devil at the end of the day, the devil has no good intentions, as you can see. And if you want to get mad at me and say, oh, did I shoot? No, I'm not getting rid of this video. This video needs to be out there so people can see what kind of person you are at the end of the day. Now, those of you who have his products, you just remember this. Oh, that's how it's supposed to look, by the way. You see this right here? That's our gunmetal technology with network grade 773 sitting on top of it and a white sheet of paper. And that product is darker than yours. And that's how high our colors and white levels are coming up on that technology, and you're matching that paint. I did the demonstration, the same demonstration he did, I did it on my screen. Page per page. Click for click. Just to show you what it's supposed to look like and what you're not supposed to do at the end of the day. You're not supposed to match it. Now you see how my product doesn't match it at all in any way whatsoever? Because our stuff is tested. That's why I can come out here and I can do demonstrations and throw screens up, because we test our stuff. So he's very nervous about the crystal. He's very nervous about the digital one. He's extremely nervous. Because he's going to lose all his customers. And you probably lost them already. After this nonsense. I told you what to do. You didn't listen. When you got caught with that black and white paint nonsense, the first time you got caught with that, had a black and white paint product. We found it. Someone sent me the video. And the video shows them making a black and white mixture that happened to match 3 of his screen paint products. We even turned around and made a reversal and was able to match the UV mix. That's why when the Frankenstein came down here and I looked at the UV, I said, wait, I've seen this before. And we had the container, I pulled it out and I said, oh shoot, they match. You're off by 1 shade. We can make this Frankenstein with no problem. That's why we went the second time in to order that paint. Now mind, you already sent it to me the first time trying to get over on me. And we won that claim. Then we went back and we ordered it again from you, the same thing, but we wanted the darker version. And he denied our claim. He denied the order. You know why? Because I sat there on camera and said, we can make this because this is how the UV mix is made. What was the problem with shipping it out the second time? You already shipped to us the first time. Well, that's how it shouldn't, it's not supposed to match. See how our stuff is not matching? And this stuff is? Yeah. That's why I said there is a difference between dark technology and lighter technology. As you can see, your screen paint matches. See? Our stuff won't match it. We can't match gray screens over here. They don't match our stuff. They don't work over here. Now, the new stuff that we're designing on the Digital One is going to be able to beat your screen and beat the network gray with no problem. That's why we consider the network gray 773 to be your product, because you matched it. And you can argue from sun up to sundown that you didn't match it, buddy boy, but there's a video right there showing you did. So we're going to test our products against network gray 773 under the Digital One. And we're going to beat that. And I'm even going to buy that silver mist. They got another lighter version. We'll beat that one too. And a couple certified screens. We're going to do some contrast demonstrations downstairs in the maximum environment. Plenty of light, We're going to use low-end projectors, no high-end projectors, none of that stuff. And I guarantee you, my product's going to be better than yours, and it's much more affordable. You know, again, I told you I had no interest in gray screen paint products, and I didn't. But you get running your mouth, and I'm seeing how you're cheating your customers every single day by selling them that junk at the end of the day. We can do better than that, and for much cheaper. So, when I told you before I had no interest in your customers, I didn't, but now I do. You just left it alone, man. So your customers deserve something better, not that junk. Saving people hundreds. You're not saving people any money. You can't even beat a shelf paint. Look at that. Look at that. Even the box matched. Even the box matched in the video. So, well, I don't know. Can't help you there, Chief. And when you got caught with that black and white paint mixture nonsense, you got caught with that, I told you what to do. I said, you need to go in, apologize to your customers, confess what you did, make a new screen paint product, and test all your products from now on under the black and white paint. Did you do that? Nope. You go in and get hostile and come at us. For what? That doesn't disrupt my sales. Because at the end of the day, I can back myself up. When you call yourself making the fake Extreme Black Widow 39, which yet we still haven't got our receipts yet. We're still waiting on that. Still saying that, oh, we're going to put the shoe on the other foot on network gray versus, we do that all day long. I have it right there in the sample sheet. I test every screen on network gray 773. That's nothing new. Don't do it. That's pretty bad. So, your customers are going to buy from me. And you Crow boys, you're welcome to buy. Because at the end of the day, I don't need your customers. At the end of the day, I don't need to make a high-end screen paint, which I could. I don't have to. I really don't. I make good money in black technology. Very, very good money. So I can just stick with that. But I don't like the way you treat people at the end of the day. That's why we're doing it. This has nothing to do with you. Truthfully, it doesn't. It's the way you cheat and steal from your customers. That's what has something to do. And not even your customers. Any everyday Joe that may be going and buying paint for the first time, they may like a gray screen, may want a gray screen. You don't tell them the truth. You lie in your demonstrations. You manipulate in your demonstrations. So we need to get you out of the system. We need to get you out of, just get rid of you altogether. There's so many messages we got so far from them. He needs to go. This mess right here. Partay, your stuff is junk. I'm going to tell you everything. That's junk. You can't back none of your stuff up. I asked him to do a demonstration last year of breaking down the screen. You said it takes a 4-coat optimal system and fusion, whatever, it all blends together to make one screen. Then show us this actually works, because right now it's just talk. I want to see you break it down. I want to see you basically make 4 screens. One actually, the full complete screen, and the rest of them missing one step. Let's see if there's a difference in between how the screen is displayed. I bet you there isn't. You know why there isn't? Because your paint is dry to the touch for each layer, which would make it virtually impossible for both of those, any of those screens to fuse together to combine into a different screen. I guarantee if you did that step where we told you to do, by taking your product and do 1 and miss 2, and do 1 and miss 3, and do 1 and miss 4, I guarantee that each one of those screens are all going to blend it with no difference whatsoever. I guarantee you right there from the door that you're not making individual paints. All you're doing is just buying 1 gallon of whatever and with 2 quarts, and you're just basically changing the shade by how much black paint you put in, less or more. Because it would cost you too much money. There's no way in the world. You'd be $40 short. Even at $50 a pop for each one, which you're going to have to send out 4 48s on top of that, there's no way in the world. Even at 32, you couldn't even do it. At 432s would be 128 ounces, which means even if you did the minimum at 50 bucks per each, that's $200, which means your product sells for 160 bucks. You're $40 short, and you still haven't paid for shipping yet. Yeah, that's a lie. So you're not making 4 individual products. You're making one product, and you're actually changing the shades. That's why when we look at your paints, when you pour them out, they're only off by a couple of shades. That's all it is. And then you come on there talking about it's not a paint, it's this, that, and the other. It's different because you put distilled water in it to thin it out to make it seem like it's not really paint at the end of the day. It's something completely different. And then tell somebody about the polymers. They drop to the bottom. Of course they do. There's no way in the world that water and paint are going to basically blend together. They're going to separate. Even paint separates after a period of time. It actually separates from itself. So that's a bunch of bull crap. And then you put it in there because it works at the delivery system to keep the product from evaporating or what do you call it, drying out. If that was the case, every time you bought paint, you would have a pool of water at the bottom of it. That's a lie. You didn't back any of that up. And after all that you went through, doing 15 minutes or whatever that was, time and to do this, it was more than 15 minutes, but to do the whole entire time, to do this whole demonstration, just to sit up there and have it match the background of your wall in your home theater room. I guarantee you can do 4 applications on that one. You just primed it, painted it, and you were done. So, again, that's a lie. Then they get on camera and say the reason why your product is so thin and such a thin coating is so that way when you paint a motorized projection screen, it doesn't jam it up. But yet it takes 7 days for a screen to dry on your end for a motorized projection screen. Are you kidding me? And mind you, that's going to be 4 applications. The reason why you said that is because you know the customer is going to be a little bit distraught with basically putting 4 applications of paint on a motorized projection screen. They get distraught when you basically say 1 application. You're talking about 4. There is no way in the world anyone's going to slop that mess around on their screen. It's not going to happen. And then one of the other problems you have with your product, and the reason why it's never going to sell, and I'll tell you why, the process it takes to paint the screen. Your instructions are freaking crazy. In the video, you have missed several steps because your instructions are so bonkers. You have missed multiple steps in your instructions. Multiple. I think 2 of the instructions you were supposed to stare the product from left to right or right to left or whatever it was. You didn't do that in 2 of the demonstrations already. You remembered that when you did that on the 4th, on the 3rd and the 4th. What was the other one? Oh, painting a line down the center of the screen. So you have to paint a line in the center of the screen. It has to be 3 inches wide. You said 3, it said 2. You said 2 inches wide, it said 3. Again, how would that work with a paint sprayer? I'm curious. Then you mentioned something about a paint bucket or paint pail, whatever. You didn't mention anything more about that because if you could pour that paint into a paint pan, what would be the point of putting the line in the middle of the screen, but you have this graphic chart up there showing people how to paint it in? That's completely pointless. That's a bunch of nonsense right there. Oh, it's all nonsense. But that whole getting back to trying to make it a self-awareness that the reason why Screen Innovation prints them on, guess what? Newsflash, Einstein, they all print on. Every single one of them. You can go back to screens that have a 1.1 aspect ratio for 35 millimeter film, and they're printed on. Yep. They have never made a motorized projection screen with felt attached to it or any kind of blackout surface because this would jam the motor. It'd be an uneven roll. Literally. It'd be a serious uneven roll. It would buckle in the middle and you would have a problem with the screen jamming up. So no, they have never done that. They've been printing them since day one. I think the person who invented it started printing those things out. So no, that's nothing new. And then one of the other lies you tell is you say if you paint the screen a 5th coat, it's slightly brighter. Oh, please do a demonstration explaining that one. Go pick yourself up a game gun and hit your screen and see if there's a difference. Other things I saw in your demonstrations where you faked the outside demonstration. You had a screen that same 2x3, the cookie cutter screen. You had it sitting outside. You had showed the measuring tape from 12 feet back. You know what you just did in the video? If you were 12 feet back, you would have overlapped that surface. The average projection screen can produce about 100 inches easily at 11 to 12 feet. That's the average projector. If you were 11, 12 feet, you would have overlapped that surface. What you did is you went in on your zoom and you pushed it all the way down to the very smallest size screen and then you pulled the projector back. That's what you did. It's one of the oldest tricks in the book. See, the difference between part they have to understand is I have been selling screen paints longer than you. I have more experience than you. I know all the little tricks that people do when they basically try to sell great screen paint products or whatever they do. We can see it. I know all your tricks, every last one of them. I know all the stuff that you're talking on your website and what you're talking in your videos is absolute bullcrap because you can't back it up. All that stuff about the polymers and all that stuff, blah, 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 blah. You should have wrote scripts for Star Trek. You should have. You should have wrote scripts for Star Trek because that stuff you're talking is nonsense. You can't back that crap up. Another problem you have, buddy boy. Let me explain this to you. Hey, look, man, don't take this as an insult. Take this as a criticism that you need to write down and do a better job. First, paint on is always the best way to sell a product. If you paint the product on, a customer automatically from the door is going to be a little nervous about painting the product, especially if it's the first time they're doing it. They don't want to mess it up. The last thing you want to do is you want to sow doubt in there. You don't want any doubt in there. So when you apply your surface on, it smears all over the screen. It kind of smears as if there's something in there that shouldn't be in there, like Vaseline or oil, something that's causing it to separate. Because you got this smear, and I've seen that. Look, I've seen it before. When we made your black product, you were giving it away for free in 2017. It did the exact same thing. It had that smear look to it. So there's oil or something you have in there for that coating. So when your customer's putting that on there, it's slopping all over the screen. But don't worry about it. They don't want to hear that nonsense. They want to see something they can get fast results right from the door. That builds their confidence up to let them know they did a great job. That's why when I do my demonstration, zip, 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 we're done. That's it. Let's move on to the next one. Your demonstrations, you put that stuff on, it smears all over the screen, it looks sloppy, looks nasty, and then you got to stop and you got to smooth it out. You know why he takes the roller and he gently goes over it? Because if he applies any pressure, he'll move streak marks all over the screen. He has to take the roller, lift it up, and lightly, gently roll over top of it, put less and as little resistance to the surface, which is basically going to cut down on the smear effect of the surface. That's what's going to happen. And then to tell your customers, don't worry about painting the screen, you just want to get it wet. Did you really think about that when you said that? It's going to be wet regardless. So you're smearing that stuff all over your screen at 120 or 100 inches just to get the screen wet. When someone can just come in and just paint the screen, it's going to be wet and be dry and done. That's it. And then you have to put the application after application after application, and you have to wait for each application to settle for about 2 to 3 minutes. Then you have to wait for it to dry. You know what you missed on your site? How long does it take for a 100-inch to dry? And how long does it take for a 120-inch to dry? They can't both be the same. One's going to be bigger than the other. One's going to use more paint than the other. You made a statement on there about the roller, about washing out the rollers. That the reason why you use such a little screen or a smaller screen because you use less product. Again, that is stupid, and I'll tell you why it's stupid. If you're painting a 150-inch screen, if you're painting a 100-inch screen, you're still going to have the same amount of paint on both rollers. You're not going to have less paint on the rollers because you're painting a smaller screen. They're both going to be saturated with the same amount of paint. And then at that, you've got to clean 4 rollers out in order to basically paint the screen because you can't run the risk of getting cross-contamination. So you know what that means, right? You ever wash a roller out before? It's a lot of freaking work because you have to get all that paint out of there so that way it doesn't transfer over to the screen. So they're going to be spending a lot of time just cleaning the rollers, or they're just going to waste 4 rollers trying to paint a screen in. Or if they got a paint sprayer, they're going to have to clean the cannon out every single time for each application. They got to clean out the cannon. Or just get 4 cannons. Didn't think about that, did you? Here's another part you didn't think about. What about the repair process? Now, if a bird comes out there and craps on my screen, you know what I do? I'm done. That's it. You've got a problem here. And the reason why is because you talk about even leveling the system, having an even layer. How are you going to have an even layer? Say you got the screen outside and say a bird just poops on your screen, right? Something happens. Or at a barbecue, you're going to have kids. Kids like to touch stuff, and someone just puts mayonnaise or ketchup or whatever from a hot dog or whatever, smears on your screens. They're kids because they're going to do that kind of stuff, right? So if you can't wipe the screen down, and you have to paint over top of it, does that mean you have to go through the same 4-coat process for that one section? And if you do have to go for that one section, wouldn't that make the screen unbalanced? Because you would have 4 on one and 8 on another. You didn't think about that, did you? So how do you advise your customers to prepare the screen? If you tell them they can wipe it down, I don't think it's going to happen. You're going to have some kind of poly over top the screen in order to do that. If not, you're going to rub it right into the screen, and it's going to show a mark right across your screen. Every time you watch something, you're going to see the mark right across the screen. You have to paint over that. So you don't have Goose Screen technologies. Goose Screen has 3 applications. They have the primer, the paint, and the finisher. The finisher has a coating that allows you to be able to wipe the screen off. Now, we don't have that coating. We just have, if your screen gets jacked up, you got more than enough paint over, just roll over top of it and you're done. That's it. I do it all the time, every time birds crap on my 250-inch screen. You think I'm covering that nightmare up at the end of the day? No, that stays right there. Go out there with a garden hose, go done. Go watch a movie. But see, your product requires 4 applications to paint the screen. And you talk about everything being even, settling, being even, settling, being even. That means that if you put on 4 applications on top of the already 4 applications, you have 8 on that one spot, which would make the screen uneven. Unless you're going to paint the entire screen all over again. Oh, great goodness, that's freaking nightmarish right there. See, there's a lot of things you left open in that. And now the reason why I believe, and his product is paint, by the way, but the reason why I believe he made his product that complicated is because he didn't want it basically to be the same as Crow. That's why. Crow's product is basic, take it out, roll it, paint it, you're done. His, he wanted to be something completely different. That's why he keeps saying in his video, it's not a paint, it's not a paint. And that's why he puts the distilled water in it to thin it out to make it look like that it's not a paint, but it's actually a paint. How would you know all this? Yeah, that's what over 12 years of experience in painting does for you. But, let me see. The slideshow. There we go. These are screenshots directly from the paint that some of you have sitting on your wall right now. And you got house paint. That's what you got. That's what the church paid for. The church paid for house paint. Which they could have went right down to Home Depot or Lowe's, didn't make a difference. And they could have, Sherman Williams, basically that's where I would have went to. And they could have, and they just do it themselves. You know, this is the end of your product. Jamie, you've been charging too much money for too long. When you first started off, you were selling it for 50 bucks. That's the normal price. It's charged for 50 bucks. But then your price is same product. Your product has been the same since 5 years ago. Since 9. Well, you haven't been around 9 years ago. We were around 9 years ago. But your product has been the same. It hasn't changed much at all, period. So people, next week we'll start the testing for the new product. And then you can go in and purchase from us for much less. And you can watch our test demonstrations, something you didn't watch in his product. Now, if you want to continue to go buy his products, at the end of the day, we don't care at the end of the day. It doesn't hurt my sales in any way whatsoever, but we make a good amount of money in black technology. But just to tell you from the door, it's up to you. I'm pretty sure you're intelligent, smart people at the end of the day, that someone who actually is showing their test demonstrations compared to someone who doesn't, and the fact that our product is not matching any network grade 773, please, that is not going to happen at all. And we'll beat a few certified screens. We'll do all the stuff that you're supposed to see at the end of the day, and you can do your comparison from there. If a gray screen paint product is something that you like, maybe that's your thing, maybe that's what you want, then you shouldn't be paying all that money for it, especially for a product that matched the house paint. I think you should be paying for it. It's up to you. At the end of the day, it's your money, not mine. So, you got an option now. You got an option to have a better product, or you can continue with that mess. getting robbed. Because at least with our product, you'll see the difference on how our product won't match your stuff at the end of the day. With his, you won't see that. As a matter of fact, like I said, videos missing, not to be found. Now, I don't like to come on here and I don't like to talk and say things without backing it up so you know where I'm going, right? Yes, we're going to the infant video deletion. They deleted the videos. Video missing, video missing. Let's see. Man, I tell you something. When I was coming up, people made good screen paint. They made good screen paint. Great screen paint. A lot of people were making good paint products. They're all over AVS Forms, Projector Central. These were good people. They were doing the stuff that Crow and Partey do at the end of the day. They weren't doing any of that stuff at all. They were selling really good products. And then you get these two jokers that come into the scene and they mess it up for anybody else who's trying to sell those great products also too by doing their little dirty tactics. And I'm going to get rid of y'all. Y'all need to go. Right there, we got him in there in the front. We call it the Frankenstein scam. Oh, the Frankenstein scam. Oh my goodness, don't know what he did with that one. That is a freaking nightmare altogether. Frankenstein is really, really messed up screen paint. And I mean, it's messed up screen paint, and I'll tell you why. Number one, you lied on your website when you sat there and said that the Frankenstein was your first mix that you ever made. That is a complete lie. And the reason why that's a complete lie, because if the Frankenstein was your first mix, it would be free. That's why there's a video in there showing you making a product that's free. If you sit there and lie and say you never made a free product, then you explain that video of you and your dinette set making a free black and white product. And it's called Metallica 2.0. That's what it was called. But in this one, Crow got busted going in and trying to change the title of a video that went 5 years back. He claimed this is the original video. We had the original one before he changed it. He goes into the video and changes it to not ambient light rejection, when clearly at 143 he says it is ambient light rejection. How does that even work? That's how much you, I guess you must, I hate to say it, I'm no disrespect to your customers, but you must think your customers are idiots. You think no one was going to figure that out? They're just going, oh, it's not, and they're just going to pass on by and take your word for it? Because that's the only way I can think of that's how your brain functions. If anyone listens to the video, they will hear you say it's ambient light rejection, but you have in the video that it's not. And then over here we had the video, or the original video, we didn't go in and change the title. Oh man, I couldn't imagine. If you're this dirty at paint, I couldn't imagine some of the sneaky stuff you do on a daily basis that people don't see at the end of the day. Video missing, video missing, video missing. After he deleted these videos off the account, he turns around and makes another video doing the exact same thing he deleted out of this video, and this video. And still, excuse me, this is supposed to be our product. We have been still waiting for our receipts, which we haven't gotten yet. All right, so let's go over here and show you. This is us catching Crow removing the video off his account in the middle of a live stream, which clearly shows that even you have acknowledged that your product has matched house paint. I'm pretty sure he went around and asked his friends and family. I'm pretty sure. And they probably all said the same thing. Buddy, look, I'm sorry, but I don't see a difference. And I'm pretty sure he got extremely hostile and angry and upset. You know, like, there's a difference. There's a difference. There's no difference, man. It matches. Stop it, man. Seriously, just stop it. It matches, man. It matches, okay? It matches. So I don't know how many times we got to go through this with you. It matches, man. All right, so recap real quick because we got things to do. We asked Crow to post this video directly to his website so everybody can see it, showing that he can back his products up. And instead, we go back to get the original video to send to him because I didn't want these videos right. I want to put him with the original video up there. When we go back, we find one of the videos is missing. There's only two of them anyway. One video is missing, and the other video, the second video, is actually bearing the title of the first one. So then when I go in I'm looking at the second one, and the video disappears. It goes missing right in the middle of the live stream. You gotta do a better job, man. You gotta do a better job with your products, man. And now he's intimidated over the new product. He's very intimidated over it. Of course he is. There's no point in you trying to go back and do the test, because you should have had the test done when you first did the product. You have to go back and do those tests and something's wrong there. Okay, here we go. Oh, we're running it through VGA. That's why.
It's still not doing any good. It's still not helping you out, because in this video, the video unavailable. Oh, can't make it up. We can't make it up.
You forget, man. You did this to yourself.
You're a scammer. You're nothing more than a scammer.
How are you coming on here calling other people scammers at the end of the day? Calling other people fakes at the end of the day? Well, we have a kitchen drawer full of your cancer receipts. Jamie, there's something wrong with you. At the end of the day, there's really something wrong with you. And I had people like, look, man, you got to ignore that one until you got to take care of your business, because he ain't all together. He's not there. He's not all together. Do you realize what you have done to yourself? I could not imagine the people who raised you, on how many times they would have to tell you the same thing over and over and over again. I feel like I'm talking to you like I'm your father or something at the end of the day. Do you realize what you did to yourself? Do you see that video right there? Do you see what you've done? That is a video that you used to defend yourself. That was your so-called evidence of proving that your product doesn't match house paint in any way, and you have got caught in a live stream trying to hide evidence. Which means if you know that you're trying to hide evidence, which means you automatically are guilty of knowing that your product was house paint to begin with, which means you stole from your customers. You cheated, you lied, you manipulated, and stole from your customers. And on top of that, you stole from a church. You have to accept this. If I want to file a fraud charge on you, I can do that so easily it's not even funny, because I have evidence of you trying to hide your evidence, your guilt. Just like Solid Wake 5 got caught trying to delete videos off his channel. You guys are done. That's it. And you especially, Crow, are done. No one is going to purchase or buy your products because you have acknowledged and have confirmed that your product is house paint, and that the consumer can just go over to Home Depot or Lowe's and just do the exact same thing. So heck, you can do the black and white mixture and do it themselves. So think about if you ever got a chance to see the video, you can watch it on there. He goes through a whole entire freaking rant of how his products don't match and this, that, and the other. And man, you sound like, who was it, the person who went through all that? Nixon. Nixon went there and said that he didn't do this and didn't do that, and finally confessed that he did do it. Or what was it? I hate to say Clinton, because Clinton did mess up there on top of that too. Or Monica Lewinsky, how he said he didn't do so and so and so, and then finally, guess what you just did? Literally, he would not Partey. Well, Partey would make a good politician. Actually, yeah, you two would make a good politicians, because you guys can lie on camera just like that. And then get caught and then come back and then lie within a lie to try to cover up a lie after committing a lie, to just do another lie on top of that lie. Follow that one. You got caught, man. You got caught removing videos off your channel. And this is a very serious video you tried to remove. Actually, you did remove. You marked it private. Very serious. Even if the video just happens to pop up, which we doubt it will ever will, even if it pops up, you removed it. And if it does pop up, then we like to see it on your website, ASP, as soon as possible. So that's what he just doesn't get. He doesn't understand that. And then he turns in, after getting caught, removing the video, after this one disappeared, and that one disappeared, he comes back in with a whole nother line of nonsense and comes out there and says, see the difference between my product and the network grade, it doesn't even match. Oh my goodness, seriously, man? Didn't you just get busted in these videos of your product matching and trying to remove videos, and you come back in with the same nonsense, trying to feed the same nonsense to your customers, telling them that it doesn't match? What about these right here? Oh, so these don't exist anymore because since it doesn't exist in Crow's mind, it doesn't exist. And no one else should never remember this. Oh, no one should remember this. Let's start all over again with the nonsense again. This is why the Digital One Crystal Screen Paint needs to come out and needs to replace your stuff from the door. Your customers don't need to be going through this nonsense at the end of the day. This is a whole bunch of craziness they should not be going through. You're a fake at the end of the day. And you need to get out of the business. So I'm going to bring out the product. It's gonna clean your clock with no problem. If we beat the network grade 7, and we will beat it, it's definitely gonna beat your product. Oh my goodness, man. Let's see if the count went up. We're at 26, right? Let's see where we're at now. He just doesn't get it. Like, he really doesn't get it. And then you naysayers even. I don't think the naysayers in the day. Honestly, I don't think it's his customers. I don't think your customers are that stupid. If they're that dumb enough to see this evidence right here and still back you, yeah, they've been under a rock for too long, or they've been drinking chlorine. Something's wrong there, because I don't know how in the world. These are your videos, Crow. This isn't anything we doctored up, nothing we made. This is you. Unless basically they're trying to basically know they got screwed over, know they got taken, know they got robbed at the end of the day, and they just got so much pride they just can't admit that they got taken. But I know it's got to hurt. I know deep down inside, your followers, your Crow boys, it's got to hurt. But don't worry, we'll fix it for you. We'll give you a better product. Now we have to go through this nonsense. House paint. Yeah, you're right. I told you it makes a good primer. Your product also makes a good primer too, Crow. Faking stuff left and right, getting caught, getting busted, getting caught. Let's see what other, if he's in there complaining now. That's all he can do is cry and whine. Can't back his products up, just cry and whine. Let's go and see what else he's crying about. See if he's crying some more. Because again, I told you, when you send messages stuff like that, that doesn't bother us. It just shows me at the end of the day how much you're crying. The more messages we get, I know it's hurting you pretty bad. I know you're taking some serious damage, but you did it to yourself. Next time, if you ever decide to make gray screen paint again, next time, be honest with your customers. As you can see what my customers look like when they display our products. Our customers, the products that my customers show up, they look absolutely amazing. As a matter of fact, you can watch the intro of the church that we did the setup for. Now we were at 23, right? Now we're at 33. 33. He's been here rambling on as we've been talking about his products not working. Crow is very, very upset and very angry. Look, he's still messaging in. Still messaging in. Look at him. I told you can't make it up. We expose Crow as much as we possibly can so you people can see what kind of person he is. And he doesn't care. He's already lost everything. He doesn't care. He's just ranting now. He doesn't care. Oh, by the way, Jamie, we contacted Wick's legal department today. My attorneys will be meeting up with their legal department to discuss. They want to see the accusations of how you were carrying on your channel. And you may be losing your channel altogether. It will be, you might be losing, he may be losing his website. So what Jamie did was we went in to make a purchase off his site, and he just carried on. Cursed words, just carried on in there. And I told you at the end of the day, this is not how you carry yourself in business at all, period. Got a problem with somebody? Then you leave your personal, emotional feelings at home and you come to your job as a professional. We all know this one already, don't we, people? No matter what job you work at, I don't care if it could be Mickey D's all the way up to a CEO job, you do not bring your personal feelings into the workplace. You keep them at home where they belong. Because when you walk into that workplace, whatever uniform you're wearing, whether it be yours or somebody else's, you are representing that company, and you don't carry yourself that way. When you're on the Wix platform, you're using their platform. So when you come on and you carry and you act like that, that is a violation against their company. There's certain guidelines that they have in there they don't want people to do that's going to make their company look bad, and you violated just about all of them. So today, my attorneys will be submitting the information we submitted to them so they can look over and decide exactly what they're going to do from there. I told you, at the end of the day, you need to carry yourself as a professional. And as people can see, the nasty stuff you send over and your messages and stuff, they know what kind of person you are. Gotta know how to treat people, man. Well, you're angry at me because you got exposed. That's why you're angry at me. That's why he's upset. He's exposed. So look, so typing him in. Look at this. Mad as can be. Mad at the, look, I told you he's mad at the paint. I told you that. Anytime we bring out anything new, he's upset and angry. Oh, Jamie, we don't care. At the end of the day, we don't care. You're done. You're finished. I'm going to make sure that nobody new falls into your mousetrap and gets duped into buying that house paint at the end of the day. Let me blow this up for you guys. Very upset. See, with me, if somebody comes at me, I back my products up. I'll run the tests, do the demonstrations, the whole 9 yards. That's why we can display our demonstrations. I back myself. What good would it do for me to, say Screen Innovation came after me and they went in on me? What good would it do for me to come at them with sending them angry emails and talking trash and making memes of them? How would that help me out at the end of the day? If anything, that makes me look bad. That makes me look unprofessional. What I would do is basically design a formula that would beat the daylights out of their product. That's how I would do it. Making myself look like a professional at the end of the day, making my product on top and making me money. Instead of you at the end of the day, instead of you backing your product and trying to do something better, you just come back with insults and you make yourself look bad, you lose business, you lose your customers. Yeah. But then again, people who are not mature in life, this is how they react. But y'all watch that. And you think by posting that stuff bothers me? No, it doesn't bother me. No. That stuff doesn't bother me at all, one bit. Nope. That's how we get information on how people are going to react. If I'm in a business meeting and say we're with somebody and they're not showing any emotion at all, that's a tough cookie to work with. Can't read them. It's got no angles, nothing. We got to fill them out as much as we possibly can, but we can't read them. Doesn't show any emotions. That's a hard person to do business with. There's no emotions. You can't read them. But him, he would crack easy. He would crack so easy. All right, people. Well, I think we wasted enough time with this, right? I'm going to get a couple more of these ice pops. These ice pops are banging. I got these tropical ice pops from over at Amazon. Man, showing to the shot. I love these. I'm going to finish the rest of my work. We got the screen covered up. We're ready for outside. We're going to do some demonstrations on that. Should be cooling down tonight because I definitely want to be outside again on 44 black. And I got some videos to do that are not going to be live streamed because we need to update the website, because now we got the sites all linked together. There are people coming to the site to check it out, and I got to dress it up, make it look a little nicer. We have to update some of these videos. And as for Jamie, well, you know, it is what it is. He's nervous and he's threatened about the product. Because he already knows my reputation of designing paint, that the product's going to be good, and he knows it. And you know, at the end of the day, no one's going to buy his stuff. As for Part A, again, yeah, no one's going to do it. Yeah, I just don't even know where to begin with that one. 4-coat application, no one's doing that. No. That's a headache and too much work. Literally, in a demonstration, I painted 2 screens, a 100-inch and an 80-inch twice, by the time this video was over with the instructions. All right, so we're going to have, under the Digital One Crystal Screen Paint, the Advanced 2.0. We're going to be running their test, which you'll get a chance to see all that. Everything will be live. Everything will be posted to the site for you to check out all test demonstrations. This will have a batch number attached to it also too. We will also too, it will be weatherproof. You can take it outside, all that other good stuff. Ultra short throw projector, 720p, 1080p, 4K, all that stuff. We'll send it out to the testers so you can have some fun with it. And then we're going to definitely make it, well, definitely has to be low odor, because I don't like odor as it is with paints and stuff like that. And you know, wash out with hot water and soap, the same formality. I mean, 5 years shelf life, is sealed properly, 109-degree viewing angle. Now, as in the contrast levels, we're going to put contrast levels as fair. We're not going to tell you and lie to you that it's going to be the same as a black screen. That's a lie. We're not doing that, okay? Keep this honest as we possibly can. And the price, yes, is going to be $38 for a 40-ounce container. We should be able to get a 150-inch out of that. I got a 150-inch surface downstairs, so we'll do a paint on to see exactly how much we get out of that. So we'll have a product specification sheet, an actual product specification sheet, people. I know you're used to going onto that site and seeing 2 syllables or 2 lines or 2 paragraphs. No, you're going to have an actual product specification sheet, and you're going to have videos based off of that, so you can always go back to the videos and check it out from there. So you'll be good to go. So this is for those of you who base at the end of the day may still love the gray screen paint product, you may like old-fashioned paints. So we're just going to basically make an advanced version of this product, and we're basically going to put it at a very reasonable price that everybody can afford. I had to go on eBay and see exactly what they were pricing, because I wanted ours to be the cheapest. All right, people. Hope y'all enjoyed your day. I got to take. They want us to take, since we filed the complaint against him, they want us to take all these emails, and they want us to forward them over to their main office, because they also too are going to be checking also too where it's coming from. And we already know automatic from the door where it's coming from. We know it's Crow, and as you can see already, it's definitely Crow. But again, they want all the emails at the end of the day. All right, y'all enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be back on later on. And with that being said, we're excited about getting this out for you guys, and enjoy. At the end of the day, look, if you are a customer from Crows and you decide to purchase, we're not going to come in and rub it in your face and go, oh, in your face, blah, blah. No. Enjoy the product. All right? All right. All right, gotta go. Thank you all, and God bless.